Nero Dio, one of the last. Thanks, Peter. And as a roper going in, not as confident as Darren Flindell of the Blues winning tonight, but I certainly share the enthusiasm. And they're almost right. First of 9 today. Favourite, $1.80, Nero King. Gates open racing. And he's back last with Queen of Jerusalem, the favourite, Nero King, and Rommel's Journey bounced out with a handy lead early. Zooropa working across out wide has got the head in front of Kentucky Blue, who splits Zooropa, and on the inside, Fire at Will. The filly, Queen of Jerusalem's now starting to improve around the outside, and Nero King's going to settle about 2 lengths away last with 12.50 to run. So that early lead that Rommel's Journey had has now been eaten into by the filly, Queen of Jerusalem first up. She moves alongside Rommel's Journey, and they race down the back, leading a length and a half, 2 lengths on Zooropa third. 3/4 back to Fire at Will on the inside, a length and a half to Kentucky Blue, and biding his time at the back of the field is Nero King with 9.50 to run as they turn out of the back straight. It's Rommel's Journey and Parnham leading the way as they work down the side of the course. Queen of Jerusalem is up second with half a mile to go. A length away to Fire at Will back on the inside of Zooropa, and 2 lengths to Kentucky Blue second last, and Nero King is a length and a half away last with Romilly at the end of the field. 600 metres to run now. Rommel's Journey's been in front since the gates open. Queen of Jerusalem worked up early to middle stages to sit outside of Rommel's Journey, and they lead Zooropa. Now Kentucky Blue and Nero King start to improve around the outside, and Fire at Will is back on the fence as they turn the corner. 350 metres to go into the straight. Rommel's Journey leads. Nero King the widest, with Kentucky Blue come with their runs. Fire at Will gets through, comes one off around Rommel's Journey. Down at the 200 now. Nero King has raced up with Kentucky Blue to go to Rommel's Journey. Zooropa and Fire at Will just behind those, but Nero King has hit the lead. Kentucky Blue's got to within a neck, but Nero King's keeping him at bay, and the first favourite wins. Nero King, a half Kentucky Blue, a length and a half Fire at Will, then Rommel's Journey followed by Zooropa, and Queen of Jerusalem's finished 2 lengths away in 6th placing. Nero King about $1.80 in the WOP, and on the tote 170, 130 with Kentucky Blue, the 2 favourites coming clear, and the top pick Nero King holding Kentucky Blue, and Fire at Will, who is back on the fence, came one off into the straight and has got Rommel's Journey for 3rd placing. Nero King, number 2, Lakdar Romilly continues his good riding form and partners Nero King to victory for trainer Jim Taylor and owner S. Trimboli. The gelding is Bay of Brown in colour by Machino from Classical Snow, and 3 starts now with 2 wins and a minor placing. Just sat back in 6th position. Started to work up around that 600 mark, the widest into the straight, and has raced up to go to the lead with Kentucky Blue, who couldn't haul in the favourite Kentucky Blue, Chris Parnham, Neville Parnham, and the gelding is by Snippetson from Miss Margene, and raced by M. Parnham, Miss C. Parnham, R. Pearson, M. Fagan, F. Kilner, and Badgen Proprietary Limited, managed by W. Biggs. And there won't be a 3rd dividend. Fire at Will, Victoria Corver, Brock Luthwaite. Gelding is by Dundeal out of Blessed, and raced by W. Luthwaite. 5 starts and 4 of them now in the placings. The times and margins to come, but Nero King saluting in the first of the afternoon, and has now won 2 of his 3 career starts with that 3rd here before today. 2, 1, 3 and 4. Rommel's Journey, after leading, has finished in 4th position. The margins, 3/4 by 1 3/4, 3/4 by 1 3/4, and the time 1:42.28, 1:42.28, and 36.19 is the sectional 36.19. 2, 1, 3 and 4. 5th Zooropa, and 6th Queen of Jerusalem. So the favourites off the mark straight away. Race 1, the first favourite in Nero King saluting, and we'll head down to the mounting yard now for more with Britt Taylor.
Thanks very much, Matt. I have Jim Taylor down here in the yard. First favourite of the day salutes in Nero King, up to the 16.50 for the first time in his career, and courtesy of a nice ride by Lakdar Romilly, who knew what he had underneath him, and first ride for Lakdar here without a claim, but certainly someone who you'll be happy to use even though he's no longer an apprentice.
Yeah, great for Lucky to start his first ride without a claim with a winner, and would have loved to have him won on Bold Success and ridden his claim, and unfortunately won on Bob's horse, and old school. He doesn't give a lot of praise, Bob, to people, but Lucky deserves it. When the two boys come over here a couple of years ago, John Clayton said, got two good boys here, they'll go leading apprentices, so he was very apt in his judgment of the boys, and yeah, just a great ride by Lucky, just patience, and he's not only a good jockey, he's probably a very good horseman, better than, you know, most of the jockeys these days.
And it's funny with that because whilst Nero King is an extremely quiet horse, he does have his little bit of a quirk in terms of the way he gets to the gates. Is it important that Lucky really knows the animal?
Yeah, well, as you know, Brittany, he's a funny horse, and I don't let you ride him at home, and I only ride him because he can be naughty, and that's why Lucky rides him, and yeah, he'll be a nice horse in 12 months.
What did you make of today's performance? Patiently ridden out the back and then just saved for that run in the straight?
Yeah, as we know, he's probably a good 6 months away. He's still a big green boy, so he'll be a lot better next time in.
All right, so well done on the win.
Thanks, Brittany.
There is Jim Taylor over to Lactaramoli.
Well, Lactar, we were just talking off air then about last start when he got caught up in behind the leader and he tried to bullock his way into the clear. How much did that take out of him?
Yeah, like last time he was traveling good. When I went through the gap and there was a bit of bumping, he's so green, like still new, he didn't know what to do. Like he was just like, oh, what am I doing here? But once you can see once he passed the other one, and then he kicked in front.
What about today when he comes to the outside? He still looks like he rolls around in the home straight, still doesn't quite know what's going on.
He's a horse with lots of ability, but still green, still learning. When I was on the back, I didn't want to go on the fence because he's a moving horse. You have to build his momentum and he will be strong. And I was following a good horse, Kentucky Blue. And even I was like 2 lengths behind him. I knew my horse is a good horse, so I was just like trying to teach him something to relax, and because he was on and off the bridle, and around the corners I had to just click him a little bit with the spurs and whip, and he responded really good.
What about from the weekend? You rode your claim, you rode a listed winner. I'm sure it was full of emotion at the time. Have you had a bit of a chance to process it and realise just what an amazing achievement it's been?
Yeah, it was when I went home. I dinner because I had Calgary the next morning. I just stay home, have dinner, and then the next morning when I wake up, then I realize what I have achieved the day before, and yeah, it's good.
Jimmy Taylor will start getting a little bit antsy if you don't get in the photo. Well done.
Thank you.